Hey, what is going on? Jason here. Happy day after Christmas. Happy holidays. We're getting ready for the new year. So that's the whole point of this video. Really important message. Now is the time, right? We're going to the new year. So I kind of have a question for you. I'll share what I'm doing, whatever. We'll get right to it. But so the new year's approaching, right? 2012. My question for you, and this is something that I'm asking you to ask yourself. What are you going to do? What is your plan of attack for 2012? And by plan of attack, I mean, what are you going to do to make 2012 the best year you've ever had, right? How are you going to plan? How are you going to position yourself? Remember, you have to do something different to get different results. So if you've been living your life up to a point, whether it's your entire life or just the last couple months, last couple years, whatever, if you're not happy with where you are and you want to make that change, well, it starts with going outside your comfort zone. It starts with taking that first step, right? I mean, you know that, but it starts with also having a bulletproof plan to get there, because we know, and the biggest thing I've realized, especially the last 3 years of trying to build a business and work on my health and fitness and just develop my life, I've also noticed that I am my own worst enemy. Oh my word, I get in my way more than anybody or anything else, right? And I know I can't be the only one. So, it's one of those things that happens, especially even with this holiday season. I've been trying to just stay on it. I've been doing pretty good. I'm doing way better than I ever used to, but I mean, I still have kind of fallen off this last week. My workouts haven't been as intense, and my eating's been kind of, it's all right. But that's beside the matter. It's just a week. I'm not too concerned. I'm getting amped up, recovering, resting, relaxing, getting ready to start P90X2 on January 2nd. So that's kind of a second part of this video. I'm just a little segment here. If you want to join, if you have P90X2 and you want to be part of the group, listen, this group I'm not going to require anything, but you have P90X2, you start it with us, and that you have the willingness to show up and get it done. And we're going to start January 2nd. Now here's what you do if you want to be part of that. In the video description link, wherever this is, Facebook, YouTube, whatever, I'll put the link to the event that I created. Now there's 2 steps to this. Now this is the only step you have to do for now. I have an event. I'll put that link. Go there and mark yourself as attending. Bam. Okay, so that's done. The reason I want you to do that is once I get the group started, we're going to do a group. I'm going to go to that event and I'm going to post the link to the closed group sometime the last couple days of this year as I get it started. So those of you that are attending, you want to check that event, look for that link, click that, then you'll join the group. But right now I just need to see how many people. I'm kind of trying to get an idea of how big the group's going to be, and I'd prefer it to be smaller, but if it's big, then it's big, whatever, and I'll find ways that we can have multiple coaches and just everybody kind of bouncing off everybody, because I want this to just be an awesome run-through with P90X2, and that's it. That's where I'm going to leave it. So with that said, plan of attack. What is your plan of attack for going into 2012? My personal goal, I've got 2 things here. My personal goal is to set 2012 as the best year ever in my entire life. I mean, that's it. I want to travel more. I want to see things. I want to grow personally more. There's 2 things that I'm going to do to build my business better, and this has just helped me in my personal life, really, is I've got 2 things that scare me. Well, one doesn't really scare me as much, but I just don't do it as much as I should. I rely on the internet a lot. I do a lot of email stuff like that, but I really want to take the reins of my business. And of course, to do that, the phone is the best way to go. I've gotten so comfortable with email and doing all that stuff, but I'm going to step outside my comfort zone because I want to grow. So I'm going to start spending some more time getting right on the phone with people, especially challenge group members, and just kind of lining this thing up. That's a personal push for myself to go outside my comfort zone, to instead of spending weeks in emails, I'm just going to get right to the phone. If you don't want to talk on the phone, then that's what it is. But okay, so there's that. Second thing, public speaking. Oh my God. Getting in front of the camera, not a big deal for me at all these days. No problem. Talking in front of a small group of people, no problem. Something about public speaking gets to me. Being in front of a ton of people. And you know what? I discovered what it was. It's not, I don't care that people are staring at me. I don't care that I'm the center of attention at that point. I don't care that, any of that stuff. Sorry, my phone's going off. That's not what bothers me. What gets me, and I'm kind of curious, so I'm going to pose this to you. If public speaking is kind of a challenge for you, or maybe it has been, maybe you're fine with it now, but I want to know kind of what was your challenge. For me, it's when I hear my voice amplified. When I hear me talking, because that's all of a sudden, I'm fine, I get the microphone, I get ready to speak, and then all of a sudden I hear me just echo throughout the room, and that's just weird. I don't know why. But so anyways, I'm going to take that step. I want to do that several times this year, something big. I want to get out there and really do something. I don't know what, we'll figure it out, whether I'm going to start a fit club or do something, who knows. Those are 2 challenges. That's how I'm going to reshape my 2012, or my life in 2012. I'm going to continue reading, obviously, stuff like that. But the only way to make this next year the best year you've ever had is to do things that you are not used to doing. Is to do things that you always said you would do but that you've never done before. Or to take those things that you've been doing repetitively and to take them that step further. Think about it. If you've been doing the same workouts, you're not getting any results, think about, are you really pushing? I have to ask myself that sometimes. I mean, when I work out, I work out. But there are times where maybe I'm not pushing as hard as I should be. And that's where I try to be aware and catch myself. But sometimes you have to stop and think about that. Look back. Are you increasing your weight? It's so important to write down what you're doing. But are you increasing weight? Are you increasing reps? Are you taking small incremental steps to get better? Right? Are you taking small incremental steps to get better? Because if not, then you're just going to be in that plateau and it's not going to go anywhere. So I'm trying to find ways to challenge and push myself. So what are you going to do? Remember, you can leave it in a comment, answer the question. It's totally cool. I want to see what other people are doing. I want to interact more with those of you, especially those of you that have been watching my videos for a while or read my blogs. Really going to lock down and just get some more blogging going, get back to my roots. But share, whatever, that's cool. Just share kind of what your plan is, how you're going to do better, how you're going to make this year the absolute best freaking year you've ever had. Listen, let's hit it. Let's get ready. It's the 26th now. We've got 5 days, something like that. 4 or 5 days left in this year. And that's it. We'll never see this year again. Final thing. So here's the big deal, the big controversy. 2012. Is it the end of the year? Oh yeah, I'm holding something I want to share with you too. Check it out. So 2012, is it the end of the year? Right? So personally, I don't buy into it. No, I don't think it's the end of the year. Now, worst case scenario, I'm wrong, the world blows up. I guess it's whatever, right? Not that big of a deal. But for me, I'm going to challenge that it's just going to keep going. It's just one of those next things. Who knows what can happen. There is one cool thing that because I've kind of looked into the 2012 thing years ago. I was reading the books and just kind of following it and just trying to see what the different theories were. I read this one cool book. It was like 12 different essays, different theories of world blowing up, comet strikes, people spiritually developing suddenly overnight, or polar shifts, or blah, 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 whatever. Cool thing. The one thing that was kind of a factual thing, I guess, I mean, if I'm wrong, let me know, but something along the lines of the planetary system being in a rare alignment that happens like once every 26,000 years, I want to say, something like that. So pretty freaking cool that we're alive during that point, and that's the winter solstice, 2012. So, is it going to end? Who knows? But listen, that big thing, if that's the case, well, this is your last New Year then, right? If you want to think of it that way, if you're a believer, if you want to just really entertain your imagination a little bit. But so why not make 2012 the absolute best freaking year you've ever had? Why not spend as much time as you can with family? Why not do the things you've always said you would do but that you just didn't do it? We all do it. I do it. All right, I'm going to do this, do that, whatever, and then you say it, but you don't really mean it. I don't know what that means, but you don't really have the intent behind it. So think about it. Why not just pretend? Pretend that, okay, so I already had the last Christmas or last holiday I've ever had. It's the last New Year's I'm ever going to have. So why not do what it takes this year to just absolutely blow the lid off your life? Why not make this the year that you do the things you always said you would do? Why not make this the year that you finally live life? Big thing to think about, right? Why not live life, right? Forget about the stupid little things that don't matter. Forget about, you've got to do the things, you've got to pay the bills, you've got to go to work, you've got to do what you got to do, but that stuff really really doesn't matter. Do the things that are going to help you be happy today. Find happiness in yourself. That's what I challenge you to do in 2012. Stop trying to find happiness in everybody else and everything else out there, all the materialistic things and all the external things that can give you a little bit of pleasure, a little bit of joy for a little bit. And even in other people, yes, have meaningful, loving relationships, but listen. Happiness comes from within you, from digging deeper within yourself. Discover more about who you are. Spend time meditating. And I just mean in the sense of just reflecting or even just clearing your mind and just existing. Take some time. How often do you actually sit down and let your senses kind of, live in the moment, but, really hear things? It's kind of fun sometimes to sit and just listen to the different layers of noises you hear around you, no matter where you are, whether it's human-made noises or nature noises, whatever. It's cool to break about the different sounds that kind of come out, the birds, the cars, the airplanes going over, the wind, the trees, you hear all kinds of noises, the animals. Take some time to really live, right? take some time to really pick apart those different things and look at all the details of life. And instead of worrying about the next HD TV you're going to get, why not enjoy some real high definition life, right? Forget about those things that don't really matter. Enjoy them, fine, but why not take 2012 and just make it the absolute best year you could ever have? Live life to the absolute fullest. Pretend this, believe it or not, pretend that this is your absolute last year of life, right? And live it up. Make it count. Make it the best thing you've ever done. And by that, I don't mean go out and be like, oh, I'm going to spend my savings and go crazy. No, I mean live life the best possible way. Live life with, write the story that you want to really have repeat throughout generations. Write the story that you want to leave behind, because think about it. Every action, every thought, everything you do, you're writing a story of your life. How do you want your story to end? Think about that, and let's get ready to attack 2012 right from the get-go. If you want the P90X2 group, message below. Oh yeah, final thing. So, end of January, check this out. Sweet little thing. It's like I've got a headband thing, but this is the little GoPro Hero 2. Doesn't matter. I got it because, well, primary thing, I'm running a race, the Warrior Dash Mud Runner thing in Florida. It's happening January 22nd. I guess I should look that up. Yeah, so January 22nd, and I'm going to wear this bad boy, first-person view through the entire race, 3.2 miles, obstacles, crawling through mud, all that stuff. I'm pumped, so be prepared to see a really sweet video. And I don't know, I'll find some other fun things to do with this over time here. But that's how I'm going to kick off 2012, by crawling in the mud and getting a sweet video doing it. All right, well, enjoy the rest of your year here in 2011. Rock out the New Year's, and let's get ready to hit the ground running. See ya.